I'm going to start by showing you my audience. According to a document published in 2022 by the Department for Veterans Affairs, approximately 17 veterans claim their lives every single day. Today, I'm here to tell you about the Wounded Veterans Project and all the benefits that they are doing and how they are helping move this horrible, horrible metric lower and lower and lower. I'm going to start off as a member of the Armed Services myself, I unfortunately know this a little too well. I have been lucky in my life that none of my dear friends have taken their lives, but my case is unfortunately an anomaly. It is all too familiar in the world that we live in. Today we will discuss the need for organizations like the Wounded Veteran Project, and what they do and how they're doing these services, and also how to donate. And then we're also going to talk about the progress they're making and how this metric, this horrible metric, is slowly but surely making its way down to zero. First, we need to talk about the need. Why do organizations like these have to exist? Well, unfortunately, in the world that we live in, this is a real metric, and it is not new that veterans commit suicide at an absorbent rate compared to the normal population. In an article published by the Department of Defense in 2017, it stated that new discharge instructions were being added and new disability points were being added to veterans who were getting out of the Army. These points included any soldiers who experienced SA, any soldiers who experienced PTSD, and any soldiers who experienced TBIs. If those are unfamiliar, they're post-traumatic stress disorder and traumatic brain injury. This is a dangerous field. Being in the military and being a service member, we face inherent risks. And the Wounded Veteran Project started really as a project that would help physically wounded veterans. But nowadays, not all wounds are visible. A lot of wounds hide inside of our hearts, inside of our minds, seeing things that the average person should not see. And so there's absolutely a need for a base of people to help these people getting out and then further down their careers when they're now 10, 20 years out of the service, and now they're feeling mental strain and they need help. Now, moving forward, we're going to talk about, now that we've talked about the need for a project like this, now we're going to talk about who the Wounded Veteran Project are and what do they do. Now, the Wounded Veteran Project is a large organization, and according to their website, you can make monetary donations. Of course, can be one-time donations, and they can be monthly donations. And they do have little presents, and they do have merchandise, but really almost every single penny that they get donated to them is put directly into Veterans Affairs, helping people who would otherwise not have access to mental health get that mental health that they need, get specific and sometimes hard to find counseling for things that the average counselor wouldn't have the ability to understand. Giving the people who have been in the military so that they have a shared experience. Of course, the Wounded Veteran Project also helps physically disabled by giving wheelchairs, assistive devices, prosthesis, all of this stuff that is extraordinarily expensive, and it takes the weight off of the veterans' shoulders and gives them a path to a brighter and better future. And now that we've talked about what the Wounded Veterans Project is, now let's talk about the progress they're making. In a document made by the Government Accountability Office, it stated that in 20 2017, the amount of veterans per day that committed suicide was 22. If you remember to the beginning of this video, that metric is now 16.8. That is a drastic, it might not sound like it, but that is every single day. So if you really look at it, I mean, that's almost 5 people every single day, over 5 people every single day. So there's really, really a drastic drop, and every single metric is showing that this number is dropping and dropping and dropping. In a DoD document, a Department of Defense document published in 2021, it states that the need for mental health services inside the Army, internally, is extraordinarily important, and it is the utmost importance moving forward. And I just want to finish this off by saying, I hope you learned something, and I hope that you can reach into your heart and reach into your pocket and help donate to this amazing project, as they are helping so many people who desperately need it. Thank you so much.